What's up, guys? We'll get started here in a minute. We've got one filled from Facebook, and we've got 2 spots left in a second one. Get everything written down here in just a second. Oh, I got to finish something up here I was working on. Just take me a second. All right, guys. Finishing something up on my phone here. All right, let me get this written out. Okay. All right, like I said, we got one completely filled. One has a couple spots left. We'll do the filled one, then we'll try to fill the unfilled one. Then we'll try to do a live fill or two. Okay. Text. It was nothing. Hope everybody had a good Friday and Saturday. Great weather here. We're avoiding heat. I think it was like 70 degrees. Sunny. What more can you ask for? Oh, I think we got 100 helmets in the series tonight. See if we can pull the best of the best. I don't know. Anybody do anything fun today? I got up this morning. It was freaking windy. I couldn't go fishing. Kind of a chicken. Took my boat out when the waves are super high. Sure, anybody living on the ocean has a different opinion of super high than what I do, but it's all right. All right, I just about have this one filled out. What the hell did I do? Let's go. Oh, where are the Buccaneers? Here they are. All right, that's spot 16. There's Green Bay. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Let's pull some randoms. Get a couple humps and get this thing moving. I was at a mall today. First time I've been at a mall in freaking years. I actually went to one of those shops in the mall. They were selling helmets. It was interesting. Way overpriced, not great helmets. Man. All right, here we go. Al, Kansas City, Arizona. Scott, Denver. New England. Nathan, Detroit. Rams. Greg, San Francisco. Cleveland. Bill, Vegas. Chargers. First mosquito of the year. Oh, man. I hate those things. Al. What was it? Jets. Jags. I haven't seen a wasp yet. They're my least favorite. Bill, Philly. New Orleans. Al, Miami. Minnesota. Bill, Dallas. Atlanta. I got stung by a wasp under the fingernail one time while climbing a ladder. I said interesting things. I was speaking in tongue. Chris, Buffalo. Carolina. Scott, Cincy. Baltimore. Dave, Washington and Houston. Indy, Tennessee. Dustin, Tampa Bay. Pittsburgh. And Roger, Green Bay. Seattle. There's one in there still. What the hell? I screwed up somewhere. I still got Chicago. Who didn't get one? Scott, you didn't get one. You had Cincy. Give you Chicago. Maybe I screwed that up. I don't know. I'm going to read them off the way I got them. Oh, popped you in the ass crack. Aye. Wish I was at work. I'd have good jokes for that. Real good jokes for that. I hope the guys at your work gave you some real good jokes. For a wasp in your ass crack. That's funny. All right, we got Al, Kansas City, Arizona. Scott, Denver, New England. Nathan, Detroit and the Rams. Greg, San Fran, Cleveland. Bill, Vegas and the Chargers. Al, Jets, Jags. Bill, Philly, New Orleans. Al, Miami, Minnesota. Bill, Dallas, Atlanta. Chris, Buffalo, Carolina. Scott, Cincy, Chicago. Greg, Giants, Ravens. Dave, Washington, Indy, Houston, and Tennessee. Dustin, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh. Roger, Green Bay, Seattle. It's never funny when somebody gets stung by a wasp, but man, if it's in the ass, that's pretty funny. the guy I work with, he got stung one time on the tip of the nose. He said it didn't hurt that bad, but his nose swole up. Oh my God. I couldn't help it. I laughed and laughed and laughed, and next day is when I got zapped under the fingernail. So, karma comes around. Sometimes it's worth it. This is 5 times to find the number. It's going to be 7 tonight. Our lucky number is 7. Yeah, you can say a lot of stuff at work. I'll tell you what, I work in construction, and I see comedians get canceled for such moderate stuff compared to a construction site. Any of you in construction, you know what I'm talking about. Good grief. 7 times, let's get our boxes. The things we say, the jokes we make. It's not for the faint of heart. And 7, 91, and 183. Randomize that list 7 times. 90, I see 83. I don't see 91. There's 91. They're both there. Okay. I thought the new generation had completely changed from my generation, and then I overheard some of what my son's team was saying during a baseball game, and I thought there is hope for these young men. 91 and 183. And 183. We'll start with 183. 183. Going to be the first one. Here we go. Good luck, guys. This is the first listing that I listed tonight on Facebook at 5 o'clock. So let's see what we can get. Got the orange and I don't know if that's blue or navy or what. This looks navy. That's going to be a bear. Scott. That's going to be Scott. Beckett authenticated both earpieces on that rep. I think that's a throwback. Dave says, grr. That's going to be big, nice signature with the orange ink. Dan Hampton, Hall of Fame, 2002. It's weird coming from the 90s where we called, 1990, and then we got those 2001, 2, 3. I don't know if we switched to 2010s or not, but I have. Dan Hampton, nice signature. Dan signs big. You can read it. Can't beat it. Nice hit, Scott. Dan Hampton. All right, box number 2 is box 91. Let's see what we can get. Good luck, fellas. It's going to be Seattle Seahawks, Roger. I think this is a throwback for them. It's a Seattle throwback. As you can see, it's going to be Schwartz authenticated. Both your earpieces are there. Got the Schwartz sticker. Hall of Fame 95. It's going to be the old wide receiver. I believe he retired with the most receptions in history. Steve Largent. Nice hit, Roger. Steve Largent. A couple Hall of Famers to kick it off tonight. You're welcome, Roger. Nice hit. All right, guys, we're on to the second break. It's also a 2-box, and it has a couple open spots. Let me set out what has been claimed, then I'll check Facebook to make sure there were no extra claims. Oldies but goodies. I like the old stuff. Hasselback? I don't know, though. I feel like if you get and keep some of the old guys, the value is going to be there. I mean, obviously, if you're talking about like Mahomes and Jaden Daniels and those kind of guys, but those old guys aren't going to be around forever to get signatures. The young guys are. Don't have either style. Yeah, I like the throwbacks. Mark Duper. Super duper. I think some of the throwbacks are way better than the new ones. I'm not a fan of everyone's helmets, but I do. Denver, like that horse is pretty cool on there, but I like their old helmets a lot better. Tell you the classic one, though, is the Steelers. That one's been good since they put it on their heads. Packers, too. I don't think they've ever really changed. Not in like the last 40 or 50 years. At least didn't change enough for huge differences. What did I do? Forgot somebody. Oh. Okay. Let me check Facebook. Make sure no one's taking a spot. And then we'll get this one filled. Move on to something different. Come on. All right, looks like 140 helmets down, 50 to go. It's more work filling a series than people think. I spend a lot of time checking my helmets in. I do it a little different than you, so I do a little bit every day. You have to wait till the series is over to see what's gone. But man, I don't know, being a breaker, it's not as easy as it seems. Sometimes when you think you have an easy job, it doesn't turn out that way. I once bought a gutter machine because I thought putting up gutters would be easy. Yet it's not. I think I do have to mess with it a lot, but I've gotten in such a rhythm. I turn on a YouTube video and just sit down here and fill boxes. It's kind of hiding in the basement type of thing. All right, guys. We've got 3 spots left. Let me show you what we've got left. We got the Packers, the Bengals, the Bears, the Bucks, the Browns, the Vikings, Dolphins. Oops. Patriots. Cardinals. Al, Tampa Bay. Titans. I did just put an Eddie George in. Saints. I just put in a Drew Brees STS. I've already forgotten. Might have been 2.0. Rams. Falcons. Chargers. Jags. Steelers. Panthers. Ravens. And Seahawks. Dave, New Orleans, one spot left. New Orleans. See out of what we got left here. Arizona's got a Kyler. New England's got a Gronk. I think I got another one of those Tua. I can't remember if it's Waddle or Tyreek, but a dual sign for Miami. Bengals has a Burrow. Titans has an Eddie George. Chicago, I don't remember. Chargers has a Herbert. Ravens, don't remember. Mark, Cincinnati. That fills it. We will try a 2-box after this. Might be asking too much, but we'll find out. 16. All right. Yeah, we'll try a 2-box live fill. Maybe some more people will come in. I checked. Gold Rush doesn't have a new series out. They're still pushing their Authentics, but they kind of changed their price points a little bit. And I don't know. Maybe, Al, let me know if you agree with me, but I think they pushed that price point a little bit much. I hope so. I think what they've done with their Authentics, it got a little too high for my liking. If they put those authentic prices back down, I think they can. I would buy a case, but man, what they're asking right now, it's just too much. I might grab a Hit Parade and do a Facebook break next week. I haven't decided. I haven't done Hit Parade in so long, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, on to this one. We've got Al with Kansas City, Detroit, and the Jets. Steelers, Browns, and Falcons. Zach, Vegas, Tennessee. Well, I kind of understand. Honestly, it's getting harder and harder to fit helmets in a series and not lose money. But Duck, Denver. But if I can do it, I think they can do it. Dave, Buffalo, Houston, and Washington. Rams, Cardinals, Patriots. Bill, Dallas, San Fran, and Philly. Miami, Green Bay, and Chicago. Yeah, I get why they're doing it. And, man, they don't have to ship overnight to me. I don't know why they do that, but they spend a fortune in shipping. Vlad, Giants, Ravens. Duck, Indy, Chargers. Al, Tampa Bay, Jags. I guess being a company like that, they've got a lot more overhead than I do. Dave, New Orleans, Minnesota. I have me, and every once in a while I'll have one of my kids help me with shipping. That's about it. Mark, Cincy, Carolina. Gold Rush has a staff of people, so I get it. Maybe somebody got a raise. All right. 7 times. Let's get these 2 boxes. 2, I'm a movie buff. I watch a lot of movies. Today, I just forgot what I watched. The Breakfast Club. The old 80s movie. That's a classic. And 7. We got 1163 and 36. I see 1130. I see them both. I'm actually a little worried about the tariffs. I don't know where the helmets and all that stuff comes from, but man, I hope it doesn't affect pricing too much. I'm not Walmart. President Trump can't ask me to eat the tariff money. 1163 and 38. Oh, there's no 38. I think I said 83. Oh, there it is. Okay. 1163 and 38. Oh, I don't talk politics. I talk politics at work. I'm a pretty good one. I'm a libertarian. That puts me in the middle. I think whatever you do at your house is cool as long as it doesn't affect me at mine. That's my politics right there. All right, 1163 and 38. I think I said 83 on a show. It was definitely 38, not 83. I think I forgot to show I did it 7 times. All right, here we go. 1163. If you want to know my view on politics, watch Parks and Rec. Listen to Ron Swanson. The man just makes sense. 1163. Here we go. Gonna be a white one. It's gonna be a Colt. Indy. Duck. JSA authenticated. I think that makes it a throwback. The horseshoes on the back. And there he is. I believe that's the running back. Is that Jonathan Taylor? I think that's Jonathan Taylor. Is there? It is. Okay. Yeah. Jonathan Taylor. Man, you can tell a difference with the old guys and with the young guys. Like Dan Hampton, I can read that. Steve Largent, I can read that. Jonathan Taylor, I can guess that. Gosh. He would have got a U in handwriting in my class. All right. Box 38. We will try, like I said, a 2-box after this. We'll see if we can get it full. We'll start it as a 2-box. If it doesn't fail, switch to a 1-box. Do all the stuff we always do to get that stuff done. Johnny 5 guessing the Chargers. Tomlinson. It is not. Ooh. It's a good one. Dallas. That's a Cowboy. Bill. Bill getting a Cowboy. Obviously got a visor. Player. JSA authenticated. Dak. Pretty sweet visor on that one. Gonna be the Dak Prescott. Nice hit. Bill. Dak Prescott. Dak takes some flack, man. He just goes out every year, puts up monster numbers unless he gets hurt. He's not the best in the playoffs, but Peyton Manning wasn't for most of his career either. There it is. 2-boxer. Ate the old City Barbecue tonight. I'm not sure if that is a local franchise or a countrywide franchise. Do y'all have City Barbecue in your towns? Duck. Denver. And Al, Kansas City. I always kind of wondered if City was big or just local big. Dustin, Tampa Bay. Al, Detroit. Nathan just laid on Detroit. Al, the Jets. Jets. Dave, Buffalo. Don't send until we get this one filled, guys. Moving slow, I think. Duck, laid on KC. But you got Indy. Dave, Washington and Houston. Washington. Houston, where you at? Yeah. Scorching. The Giants. Don't have City there. Wahlburgers was in Cincinnati. I'm not sure if it still is. Okay, we've got 10. That means we've got 6 spots left. Let's see what we can do. See if we can get these 6. If not, we'll switch it to a 1-box. If that don't work, we'll come back another day. All right. We got, this will be our last one probably, fellas. We got Cincy. There's a Joe Burrow. Vegas. There's a Brock Bowers. Philly. There's a Jalen Hurts. Dave. Vegas. New England. There's a Gronk. San Fran. There's still a Steve Young. There's also a Joe Montana. Al, Tampa Bay. Oh, Tampa Bay's gone. Did I know? Yeah, Tampa Bay's gone. Duck, Cincy. Not a problem. New Orleans has the Breeze. Al, San Francisco. 3 spots left. Arizona has a Kyler. Try to grab ones I remember. Chargers, there's a Herbert. Jags, there's a Lawrence. Miami, I'm pretty sure there's that Tua. Pittsburgh, good grief. We pulled the Watt and the bus. I don't remember with Pittsburgh. I don't remember, but I remember 1 or 2. Falcons. Don't remember. Minnesota. Gosh. I got to get a better way to remember who's in for each team. We got Chicago, Baltimore, Carolina, Green Bay, Dallas, Seattle, the Rams, Browns, and Titans. Individual spots, 20 per, means pick a team. Dave, New Orleans. And Cleveland. Scorching, KC's taken. Duck, Chargers. Johnny 5 just behind on the Chargers. Duck, Tennessee. Johnny 5, Miami. One spot left. Scorching. Oh, wait a minute. Al had Minnesota. Sorry, Scorching. We'll put Al in with Minnesota. I did miss it. Now I got it. Sorry about that. So Minnesota goes in. Got it. Got to start wearing my glasses. Make sure I got everything. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that right? Yep, 13 with randoms. The rest without. Oh, and I forgot to set Minnesota out. It means I set a team that nobody picked Chicago. Chicago's supposed to be over here. Okay, that works. There's 2, 5, 8, 11, 13 in the bag. All right. This will be our 2-boxer to finish it off for the night. Let's see what we can get. Dave. Oh, wait. Duck. Denver. Atlanta. Color. Al. Kansas City. Baltimore. Dustin. Tampa Bay. Carolina. Al. Lions and Jets. Packers and Jags. Dave. Buffalo. New England. Duck. Indy. Arizona. Dave. Washington and Houston. Philly. Seattle. Scorching. Giants. Bears. Dave. Vegas. Ram. Duck. Cincy. Dallas. And Al was the last with a random. Had San Francisco. Gets Pittsburgh. Oh. Okay, we got Duck, Denver, Atlanta. Al, Kansas City, Baltimore. Dustin, Tampa Bay, Carolina. Al, Lions, Jets, Packers, and Jags. Dave, Buffalo, New England. Duck, Indy, Arizona. Dave, Washington, Philly, Houston, Seattle. Scorching, Giants, Bears. Dave, Vegas and the Rams. Duck, Cincy, Dallas. Al, San Fran, Pittsburgh. Dave, New Orleans, Cleveland. Duck, Chargers, Titans. Johnny 5, Miami. And Al, Minnesota for the close. All right. Shit. Okay. Let's get a couple boxes. All right, 7 times. Top 2 boxes will be our winners. Six and 7. 78 and 89. There's 89. And there's 78. Randomized 7 times. Make sure I got it right. 78, 89. $78, $89. He said it's not easy playing with no sound. He's right. I do that sometimes on house breaks. I get confused. I'll just watch for the next live fill and try to jump in. All right, guys. Box 89. Good luck. Arizona. Arizona is Duck. Duck Cardinals. Beckett authenticated. Both of them are in. There he is. He's going to be all-world quarterback as soon as he realizes that his wide receiver is amazing. Nice hit. That's Kyler. Kyler Murray. Kyler wasn't in there too long. A couple weeks. Nice hit, Dave. Kyler Murray. I like him. I like him a lot. I saw where at one point they had talked about maybe he was going to get traded. The Steelers might grab him, and I love it. I think Kyler's good. All right, box 78. This is going to finish our night. Let's see what we can get. That's a slate. It's a Jet. Al. Beckett authenticated. Is that an amp? I wonder what was going on there. You're right, an amp slate. A little different. That's not a slate, is it? That's just a great. That's how their amps are. I saw the color. Gosh. That's going to be the young man from the University of Cincinnati. I saw that gray. Man, that looks like a slate. It is confusing. Sauce Gardner. Best DB or best cornerback in the league. Nice hit. All right. That gives us for the night 4 active, 2 retired. 3 AFC, 3 NFC. Man, pretty good. We got Steve Largent, Dan Hampton, Dak Prescott, Jonathan Taylor, Kyler Murray, and Sauce Gardner. Yep, I appreciate it, Al. Thank you. And thanks to everybody else for the fills. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. I will see you this week. Close to getting back to work on Tuesdays, so we'll be able to start doing some stuff. I might get a rain day or two. If I know the night before it's going to be off, we might try something in the afternoon. Haven't done that in a while. That was always a little bit fun. Do one in the afternoon. You're welcome, Mark. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Everybody have a great Sunday. Do something fun. And I'll see you back here next time.